I slept every day for 30 days. I know. Kind of crazy. No, I think it's kind of a goofy title, and it gives me an excuse to talk about sleeping because this past month I've prioritized sleeping like way more than in my entire life, and I feel really good. So I kind of just wanted to talk about it. Now, I've thought that sleeping is important for a while, like probably the past 4 years or so, but I've never really like done anything super concrete about it. I feel like I've had phases where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start getting a good sleep, and then it goes on for like a week or two, and then it kind of falls off of the side of a cliff, you know? But this past month, I've actually like locked in, and the month is actually over. I tried to record this commentary video like 2 or 3 days ago, and I've had some really good sleep the past couple of nights. So, okay, where does this all start? For me, going to college, I would listen to an audiobook like on my bike ride to college every single day. And one of the first ones that I read was a book called Why We Sleep. I think the author is Matthew Walker. That sounds a bit right. And it was a really cool book. It was the most interesting nonfiction book I had read to that point. And I finished it thinking, wow, sleep's like pretty dang important. I should probably prioritize it. I remember the author gave an analogy of sorts. I'm probably going to scuff it up a little bit, but it was to the extent of, imagine if there was a pill out there that improved your cardiovascular health, decreased your risk of cancer, made you more mentally aware, made you a better person to be around. And he listed off all of these crazy things. And he was like, on top of that, what if this pill was free and you could do it every day? And he was like, well, that pill is sleep. And so the entire book is basically going through a lot of, I guess not going through like scientific like research papers, but he's kind of summarizing it and talking about it. And at the end of the book, there's like, oh my gosh, there are so many pages of citations. I was like, wow, I feel like a science person after reading this book. It's actually been a long time since I've read it, so maybe I'm getting wrong on some of the details. But I remember really liking the book. And from that point, I've always sort of been like, sleep is like really important. But over the past couple of years, like, yeah, I've had pretty good sleep, but it's really easy to like get in a routine of like, I can stay up 10 more minutes or an hour later, and then you've been going to bed at like midnight or 2 or even 3 like every single day, and you're like, what is happening here? And I guess I'm like in a nice spot where I don't have like school anymore, but like if you're like going to college, you're going to high school, like especially like in like high school and elementary and like junior high, like kids and teenagers literally just do have a delayed circadian rhythm. That's like your internal clock that kind of like pushes you to like go to bed at certain times. Like when you're a teenager, it's literally harder to like wake up than like older people, And so like if you can just so easily fall into these habits where it just kind of wrecks you. And I feel like everybody can relate to that, especially with your phone. Like, oh my gosh, dude, the phone is just like actually the worst thing of all time for sleeping, because you could just like be on your phone, you're like staring at a screen for like an hour before you go to bed, and everybody knows it's bad, but everybody still does it. Wow, I almost died in the speedrun there. So these were the sort of thoughts that were going around in my mind a month ago. And I don't know exactly what triggered it, but actually, I can't even remember what triggered it. But I decided I was going to do like everything that I could to really prioritize sleep for like the first time. See, I guess not the first time, but really like do it for a month and see how much I could improve. Because I feel like I do know what I should be doing to get better sleep. I think it comes down to a couple like key good moves. Number 1, I guess, is like the most obvious. Like, don't be on your phone just like staring at a screen, like watching YouTube videos right before you go to bed. Like that's like a huge one. Number 2, having your room be cold or like cooler, like your body literally, like your internal body temperature literally drops when you sleep, and so you'll always find it easier to sleep when it's colder rather than hotter. And then number 3, having really good blinds helps a ton with sleep. And I have those, and I've had them for like a couple of years. Makes a huge difference. Number 4, I don't really know what number 4 is. I don't have this like super well planned out in my head, but I've talked about it for a little bit, and so I'm trying to get all these thoughts across. So I sort of had these like basic ideas that I wanted to do. Oh, this is number 4. Making sure you eat like not super close to your bedtime, because like this is like a smaller one, but like eating like just does like take a big, especially if it's like a big meal, like it's gonna get your body working, like your digestive system is a pretty big thing. And so I know some people will say like, yeah, it's easier to sleep after like a big meal, but like I don't know, maybe it is in some cases, but for me it hasn't been. And so I think those were the big things that I wanted to do. And I've tried, wow, I'm really sorry about the Minecraft audio right now. It is just so terrible, isn't it? This like happens every once in a while. It's just really unfortunate, to be honest. But I've tried like setting up like a new regiment a couple of times, and it's never like super worked or stuck for a long time. And so this time I did something different. If you know me, I don't really swear, or yeah, I guess that's the point I was getting across. I don't really swear, and so to like say to myself that this is important for me and this is something that I'm going to stick with, I set an alarm, because I think it's really important to have a go to bed alarm rather than a wake up alarm. Like I haven't had an alarm wake me up, but I've had an alarm that goes off at 10:30 that says go to bed. And it swears at me. It just swears at me. It drops the F-bomb. It says beeping sleep, because I knew that like I've tried like similar things so many times, and like it's so easy to just like I'll just press stop on it and I'll like stay up for another 10 minutes, which like did happen over this past month, but it was much better. And so I had my phone swear at me, and then I also put my phone in my closet and flipped it off, because both of those things, like, they meant significant things to me. So I had my phone swear at me, tell me to go to bed, and then I put my phone in my closet and I flipped it off, because I know that I've tried this before and it really hasn't stuck. And so as silly as it sounds, this really worked for me. And like the first couple of nights, like I started developing a routine, man. First things first, alarm goes off, turn off my like computer lights, or like the lights in my room, or like sometimes I'll dim it right before the alarm goes off, and then I'll try to get off the computer. One of the biggest issues though is like I know I shouldn't be like looking at screens for like an hour before I go to bed, but like I play Minecraft, like I make Minecraft videos, I like play Minecraft for fun. It's like, what am I gonna do like late at night for an hour besides like watch YouTube videos or something? And I think when making a habit change, this was a really key thing for me, because like I've tried this in the past before, right? And I haven't got anything to like really stick. But in this case, I sort of replaced, like maybe I'd do some late night speedrunning right before I go to bed, or watch some YouTube videos. I replaced that with like stretching and like meditating. And it was, or just like listening to a podcast or something, and like replacing it with that. Oh my gosh, dude, it was such a big play. Like I thought I figured out like the key to good sleep. And so, okay, I'm sort of losing my train of thought here. I really should have written this down and like organized my thoughts here. But the month has gone by, and every single night I have stuck with it. There was one night, like around day 15 or something, where I'd been doing this for a while, and like I'd seen that it was like good for me, and I'd gotten better sleep, but I was just like, I really don't want to do it tonight. I just really don't want to. And so I just like tried to go to sleep without like doing my stretching routine. Like I sat down and like stretched for 10 minutes, and then I did some meditation for 10 minutes. And like I tried that, or I didn't do that, and I just like I couldn't sleep. And then I was like, okay, I'll just do it. And so I did my routine later than usual, but I did it and it helped. And so like I think every single day I've done it. Dang, I'm kind of proud of myself for that. That was pretty cool. I also have a heart rate tracker that I've been wearing over this past month to kind of see like how my sleep has been. It gives me like this number in between like 100% and 0% of like how good your sleep was. And okay, currently we're on a streak of 400%. That's the best I've ever done. I think I averaged like 93% over this whole month. And so I don't know, it's been really good. I'm kind of running out of my thoughts to say. I just kind of wanted to share because I think it was really cool, and I think sleep is important. So we'll see how long these habits stick, but like I'm not like dreading doing my routine at night, you know? Like I actually kind of enjoy it, and it's been really good. I guess the routine, Like I've been doing some meditation, just some very basic mindfulness meditation with the Waking Up app made by Sam Harris. I think that's also really helped because a huge thing of like not being able to sleep, I'm sure as most people know watching, is like if your mind is racing, like you just can't sleep, and it's like one of the worst things ever. You like want to go to sleep, but you're thinking about tomorrow, what you have to do, what people have said earlier in the day, and it's just like you just can't sleep for like an hour, and then it's just like tanked. Then you're like, oh, I might as well just like watch some YouTube videos on my phone for an hour, and then before you know it, it's 2 a.m, and you stay up for another 3 hours, and you just like haven't slept at all. Hopefully that doesn't happen every single time, but like that sort of rabbit hole can just happen, and doing some like just basic meditation right before sleeping has been really nice. I feel like I could do a whole commentary video on meditation, but it feels weird to talk about, to be honest, because I feel like everybody has their own opinions on it, and like I don't know, who the heck do I know? I don't know. I meditated like every day for like a month, and it was kind of cool. I like the idea of mindfulness meditation though, because it's not trying to quiet your mind and not think about anything. It's just trying to be aware. Like, so if you are thinking, and most of your life you are just like constantly thinking about stuff, you're jumping from one to the next, the idea is about noticing that and like without judgment, and like that's okay. Like the human brain, it like will do that. And so like the first couple of times that you meditate, like you'll usually start off by just trying to sit still and pay attention to your breathing, just like all the way in, all the way out, just following it as closely as possible. And if you do that for about a minute, you usually realize that you just you're lost in thought. Like 45 seconds later, you're thinking about something you did earlier that day, or something you need to do tomorrow, or you're distracted by something else. And it's like, it's kind of crazy. The more you meditate, like the more you realize, wow, I just like, my mind is all over the place, but that's okay, because you're just acknowledging it, like without judgment. And I kind of like that idea. And I think it's been pretty valuable for me for sleeping. And so, I don't know, it was like a whole bunch of big changes all at once, which I think probably works in some situations, and some it's like, I feel like there's a debate to be had of like, if you want to make a change in your life, doing it like 1% every day, or sometimes you just like change all of it one day, you know? And I think there's merits to both. Like in the second one, where I just kind of changed everything about my sleep in one day, I feel like I kind of had to sign up to become this new person, and I was like, okay, I'm committing to be a person who gets good sleep. I don't know. Okay, that's pretty much all my thoughts. I kind of went around both for a lot. I hope you enjoyed me talking about sleep. I know, crazy challenge. 30 days, every day sleep. Okay, that's pretty much it. I gotta make some more commentary videos. I'll see you later. Peace.